Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everyone. What's up? We're back. Hi. Welcome back, everybody. How is everyone? Everyone doing good? Hello, hello. What's everyone up to right now? Is everybody doing well? Sleepy? Good? Waiting for the universe. What? Waiting for the universe's message for YEDAM. Just finished your exams. Congrats. Did you do well? Just woke up and tuning into this reading. Thank you. Hi, Ate. What happened to JEONGWoo reading? I don't know if you saw I posted earlier on my YouTube channel. I posted on my community page that I was supposed to do it yesterday, but YEDAM's energy wasn't there yet to be readable, so I had to postpone JEONGWoo again. I was meditating on YEDAM today, and so far his energy is a lot better to be, readable. But we're gonna see again. We're gonna double check with my cards and see if he really is readable. But crossing my fingers that we're good. Just finished lunch and looking forward to this. What was for lunch? Ooh, you're making, okay, Luis is making French bread. That's awesome. I'm terrible at baking. What did you eat for dinner, Apajan? What did I have for dinner? Oh, right, I had pasta. This evening. Yes, I hope he's okay as well. Ooh, sinigang. What kind of sinigang though? Sinigang na baboy or any DAMWOO stands in the house? Any DAMWOO stands in the house? Who either do you stand YEDAM? Do you stand JEONGWOO? Do you stand both? Will you push through the vlogs, Ate? I'm so looking forward. I'm happy to hear. I saw you guys vote for, if you guys are interested in me actually doing vlogs. It's been something I've wanted to add into this channel. When I plan to do vlogs, I'm not gonna do vlogs like all the time or frequent. Maybe I'll do like random vlogs here and there when things get really exciting. Maybe if I kind of imagine it, I'm hoping to do at least vlogs, maybe at least twice or thrice a month. Depends on how eventful my days go, you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see. I really do want to do it, so I'm really happy to hear that you guys are interested in getting a little more closer with me in a sense, or taking a peek at my life a bit. Obviously I'm not gonna show everything, but basically highlights of how I really live. And I do want to kind of push through forward how I live my life, especially spiritually. It's not going to be too crazy, don't worry. So again, it's not going to be fully vlogs in this channel. It's still going to be reactions, it's still going to be tarot and live stream sometimes, but I wanted to add that into this channel, so hopefully. Jan, where do we leave our questions for Q&A? So if you watched if you saw the community post, just leave a comment. Just send your questions in the comments on that community post. So go to my channel, go on the community tab, and then scroll down to that post when I asked you guys for certain questions. And then just comment down below. You could also tweet it to me. You could tweet it to me, or you can even, not in the live chat, but later on when this live stream is done, you could also comment it here on the comment section. So if you guys have any certain questions, I will be making a Q&A soon. Maybe like it's maybe going to be like an FAQ/Q&A kind of thing. So anything goes. You can ask about myself, my spirituality, my connection with Jason, how I got into K-pop, whatever. Ask me anything and I'll pick. And yes, I will be posting a new schedule for my content uploads, so be on the lookout for that. It will come up. Okay? All right. Are we ready? Are you guys ready for DAMWOO? Again, I meditated on YEDAM. I did meditate on JEONGWOO as well. Through the meditation, they seem okay, but I will double check. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Wait, did I miss something? By the way, I've been writing a fantasy story and the base system of it revolves around astrology. It's because of you. Oh, that's awesome. Nice, Eddie. Wait, the music you're playing is so relaxing. Yes. So I have actually a playlist of different healing frequencies that I created. Some that I created myself digitally, some that I recorded with my sound bowls, some others from my friends. I have mutuals that create their own frequencies, and it's just ideal for, to kind of attract better energy when I do a reading. So I'm hoping this would help while I try to read both YEDAM and JEONGWOO. So hopefully. Whoa, you create? Yeah, I do create. Fun fact, I mean, you guys can ask me that later in my Q&A if you are curious. But fun fact, I used to produce music before. For fun, just for shits and giggles. I used to produce music for fun. A lot of the songs that you hear on my reaction videos, like the background music, not all of them, but some of them, I've created it myself. So if you hear, whenever you watch my reaction videos and you see you hear the beats of like my background music, that's all me. Well, some of them. I do it for fun. It used to be one of my outlets when I was stressed out. Whenever I get stressed out, I create music. Did you create your intro and outro music? Actually, yeah, no, I did not. The intro and the outro is actually not mine. It was one of my friends that created it. So I have to apply to YG. I don't know. That would be a big deal, wouldn't it? That would be a big deal, wouldn't it? I mean, I could. It's not like I can't speak Korean, right? What is that hashtag? I'm dead. You guys are funny. I can never work for YG. YG, that would be an honor. That would be an honor to work for YG, but that stress level ain't for me. I already... You can see me in YG. That's nice. Drop the album. Nah, dude, I can't. All right. Ooh, random card already. Ooh, okay. All right. Keep a note of that. I'll keep a note of these cards. Okay, let's go check YEDAM's energy now. You ready? Jan, please be a reader for YG. If they hire me to be their reader, sure, but... Luna is my title track. Oh, actually, before I begin, I have a question for you guys. So I was already brainstorming this with my closer friends, like my inner life friends. I'm debating on changing the brand of this channel just for things to be easier for people to search, because I'm starting to take notice. Everyone's like, what's the name of that girl, or what's the name of that person's channel, and it's hard to actually speak and pronounce FRMJN, which is actually my name from my name. But I'm debating on changing the channel, like transitioning the channel name. And I was thinking, well, my closer friends have discussed it with me, that because I wanted to, when I was thinking, like when I was brainstorming for a name, I wanted it to be still tied into both K-pop and somewhat my spirituality and tarot. And so a lot of you that know me or have been following me, you guys already know that I have another channel called Blue Moon Insight. So I was asking my friends, I said, what if I keep Blue Moon Insight? Obviously, that's the channel for tarot spirituality for you guys. But then I was thinking of changing this main channel of mine, my personal channel, K-pop and personal channel, into like Blue Moon something. And my friends suggested Blue Moon Lounge. And I was wondering what you think about that name. Do you like the name Blue Moon Lounge? Because I personally love it. But I also want to hear what your thoughts are, because I care about what you guys think. So Blue Moon Insight is tarot for you guys. This channel is called Blue Moon Lounge because we get to chill, we hang out, we always talk, we vibe, and then we also still lounge to watch K-pop. Yeah? Blue Moon Lounge and then Blue Moon Insight. Sounds good? Sounds dope? Yay! I'm so happy. I'm happy to hear you guys are into it. Dope. I'm glad. Yay! Okay, cool. And like when I introduce myself, obviously I'm still Jan. I'll be like, Jan, this is Jan from Blue Moon Lounge. What do you know? You know what I mean? So yeah. Cool. All right. It's decided then. It's decided. I'm gonna make the transition then. This channel is gonna be easier to find for other people, and it'll be called Blue Moon Lounge. Cool. Okay. All right. I needed to get that out of the way, so we're gonna continue. Or as Junkyu says it, nah. Cute. Blue Moon Lounge and Blue Moon Insight. Cool. All right. Okay, now we can proceed to the reading. So let's go ask now. You're gonna miss typing for, yeah, I know, right? I think I'll keep that handle, but for my other social media platforms, it'll still be my Twitter, my Instagram, and everything else. But Blue Moon Lounge will be the name of this channel. Cool. Okay. So let's check out YEDAM's energy. And yes, Jason's here. How is YEDAM doing today? Thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. We're good. Finally. I'm glad. I'm like relieved to see that YEDAM is in a better spirit today. Let's double check this. Let's see. Let's see. Double check. Can we read YEDAM today? Can we read YEDAM today? Can we read YEDAM today? Can we read? Just double checking. Can we read YEDAM today? Do you think we can read YEDAM today? Let's see. Can we read YEDAMI? There we go. Taurus. He is a Taurus. Page of Pentacles. He's doing pretty good. A little busy today, but he's good. All right. The Emperor. All right, cool. We're good. Okay, we can read YEDAM. Now let's check JEONGWOO. Let's check JEONGWOO. Okay, how's JEONGWOO doing? Can we read him today? How is JEONGWOO doing? Can we read him today? Oh, wow. I think they're all busy. Okay. Yeah, looks like they're all busy, but still good spirits. Ooh, ringing in my hold on. Ringing in my ear. What time is it? 9:15. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, they're good. Okay, we're good to read them. Let's begin. Now, I do want to thank the payer of this reading. Thank you so much. You know who you are. So anonymous, thank you very much. Obviously, this is a booked and paid readings to read JEONGWOO and YEDAM. Since this is a paid reading, I do have a set amount of questions sent by the reader. So yeah, we're going to kind of dive into that. I also asked you guys for additional questions on my Twitter. So yes. I kind of segregated and curated a whole list of questions already together. So yeah, hopefully this flows out well. For those that are watching for the first time, hello, I'm Jan. I'm a tarot reader. I've been doing this for almost 17 years. Yeah, I do these readings just to help fans and viewers kind of maneuver themselves better as fans around their favorite idol. We don't do this invasively. So all these questions are non-invasive questions, and I don't dig into their personal lives. I don't dig into anything, like that's just way too personal. Okay. So just keep in mind of that. And since this is a tarot reading, just kind of keep in note that everything I say today may not be 100% definite, factual, or fixated, because universe is always working, the energy is always changing, and people like YEDAM and JEONGWOO always still have that free will of choice. Okay, so watch this reading with a grain of salt, please. Okay, please. So yeah, everything is gonna be good. We have good energy from both sides. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we're gonna have with the strict flow chart first, and then I will go through the list of questions from payer. Okay, so what was the initial energy when they first met? What was the initial energy when they first met? Oh yeah, also if you guys want to book a different dynamic, I already posted a list on the community tab of who I already read and who I did not, who I already read in depth, and then who I did read like vaguely. So just for reference, it's on my community tab. Okay. What is the initial energy when they first met? Thank you so much. What is the initial energy when they first met? Whoa. Whoa. I didn't expect that one. Whoa. For real? Are you kidding me? No way. Dang. Do you guys know how can you feel it out? How do you think it felt like when they first met? I am shook by these cards that I got. Do you guys know? Yes, absolutely. There was definitely a strong sense of rivalry. Nah, it was intimidating apparently at first. Look, the first card that I got is the Tower card, okay? It was basically like a slap in the face for both ends of the spectrum. They're just like, man, this guy is too good, for both ends. YEDAM thought JEONGWOO was too good, JEONGWOO thought YEDAM was too good, and they're just like, dang. It's like a slap in the face for the both of them. They were both very young. Page of Pentacles, pages are them very young. But the pentacles, that the pentacle or the coin that they hold represents that dream that they both share, that they both have. And so it felt like a sense of competition kind of thing. So it was already kind of like obviously survival mode from the beginning, even prior to the survival show is what I'm seeing. There's already been some kind of tension here just because of how equally good they are in different techniques and different styles. Okay. So they were also very careful with each other. We have the hanged man, so they moved around each other very cautiously. That's so funny, honestly. I can't. That's hilarious. I was like, whoa, okay, all right. That's how it started off. Okay. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Maybe it's just because I see them now and both JEONGWOO and YEDAM are so close and they're literally like brothers. So that's funny. That's very funny. Okay, so next question. Oh yeah. What is YEDAM's individual energy in the beginning? What was YEDAM's individual energy in the beginning? What was YEDAM's individual energy in the beginning? Please, thank you. Okay, that was just chaotic. What was YEDAM's individual energy in the beginning? Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, we have the Hierophant Taurus card. He is a Taurus. He has a Taurus sun. All right. This one says that individually, just on his own, he was very strict on himself. I feel like that's how he is in general, even to this day. I feel like YEDAM is very you know, he's a very sweet boy, but when it comes to like serious business, I feel that YEDAM tries his best to just remain, you know, strict on himself. He kind of just remains firm on his standpoint or what he needs to do, his responsibilities, his priorities. And I feel like he gets hard on himself. And this one talks about how in the beginning it was at its peak. Okay. At its peak in the beginning, he was really strict on himself. He was really stressed out. He pressured himself a lot about his values, his priorities, his responsibilities. So yeah. Okay. Anything else about YEDAM? Anything else about YEDAM? Yeah, Magician. Okay, the Magician card talks about how willing he has been trying to, you know, push through his willpower, trying to push through, you know, his energy, his passion, you know, aiming for the dream kind of deal, you know, also utilizing all the skills that he knows. So he's been really working hard even since the beginning. We already know that he's been doing this for a very long time. So yeah. Okay, moving forward. Anything else? Okay, we have, okay, so yeah, all right, interesting. So YEDAM's energy back then throughout the beginning, like around that time when he first met JEONGWOO, right? Initially, we have the Temperance in reverse. So this talks about how maybe because he was so, you know, single-handedly focused on one priority or one main goal, which is, you know, being a idol or debuting and whatnot and being like a successful trainee. The Temperance card talks in reverse how he did have a moment or he did have a phase in the beginning where things weren't balanced or he was kind of misaligned with other aspects in his life. So maybe he was struggling with other things, like personal things, like maybe family, maybe school. But regardless, you know, he did find way. I'm seeing with that Magician card, he did power through it. The Hierophant also says he powers through it. But again, initially he used to have things a little too much on his plate kind of thing. So there's that. Let's go through JEONGWOO's energy. How is JEONGWOO's individual energy in the beginning? How is JEONGWOO's energy in the beginning? How was JEONGWOO's energy in the beginning? How was JEONGWOO's energy in the beginning? Just see. How was JEONGWOO's energy in the beginning? We've been new. Oh, interesting. Huh. Oh, wow. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Jongwoo's individual energy. So bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. Six of Wands in reverse talks about how Jongwoo apparently came into the picture kind of worried because this was actually somehow a huge transition for him doing this. It was such a new world to him, right? In comparison to Yedam. Yes, I see him like really he's used to being in the music world, but to be in the idol industry, it was really different to him. So it was him taking such a huge plunge in that time period. He was like, I'm actually doing this. I'm really diving into this. I don't know what's going to happen, but here goes nothing kind of thing. And yes, he's used to music. He's very musically inclined. He has that about him. But again, there's something about him diving into the trainee world or like into the idol industry that made him feel like, oh, this is different. He's like, this is definitely different. But on a good note, it excited him apparently because let me show you. We have Actually, we have the full court here. We have the full court, and they're all wands. Look at this. Remember, I said the Knight of Wands are in the bottom of the deck? We also have the Page of Wands, more fire. But we also have the Queen of Wands, more fire. It's all court cards. And then lastly, the King of Wands. So, you know what it is? You know what it is. And then I talk about transition because of the Six of Swords in reverse. So he went through this transition of what he's normally used to into this idol industry. He's self-aware of what he's getting himself into. Like, this is a huge deal. It's not a normal thing to do and just try to become an idol. Not everyone tries to become an idol. You know what I mean? So, but to see all the court cards, literally all of it, the Knight, the Page, the Queen, and the King, all in the suit of wands. This is all fire. So in spite of him feeling like this is such a huge different thing, such a weird transition to him and diving into such a new world to him, the thing is, he dreams big. He actually dreams big, and it shows through the energy of these court cards. He starts off as, he embodies the action of the knight, but he embodies, like, he starts off as a page, but he can definitely see himself go further. Okay, he's very humble, but in deep down, he actually has a really good sense of confidence within him. It's, again, I think if you guys were with me before and you've seen my solo reading on Jongwoo last year, I told you guys that on the outside he portrays something very, he gets really timid or he gets shy. He has like his moments where he's kind of not as confident, or he's not as, basically out there, not pushing himself out there to be more, recognized. But deep down within him, he knows he has it, but there's just something about him that holds himself back. Okay. But internally, like I said, internally, he knows he has it in him. That's why he took that chance. This is why he took the chance to go into YG, or just be in the idol industry in particular. It doesn't surprise me because he is a Libra. Libras are very known to overanalyze everything, even though they know they have that confidence within them. They even overanalyze their confidence. You know what I mean? Libras can be one of the most confident signs out there, if you personally ask me. However, they overanalyze everything, including their own self and their confidence. So knowing that, and then it doesn't surprise me as well with all these fire signs, with all the wands here that took place. Yes, he is a Libra, but he has an Aries moon, but he also has a Aries rising. So it's all fire. He has a lot of fire within him. Okay. He has a lot of fire with him. Don't mistake him for just being only a Libra. Okay. He has a Libra sun, but he has an Aries moon and an Aries rising. Okay. He's very fiery. He's very fiery. Actually, I think he has another fire placement that I forgot. Let me just check again. I should double check that because that may be important to the reading or it could help me. So JEONGWOO, oh duh, jeez. He's a Leo Venus, bruh. No wonder he has that confidence within himself. Okay, look, he has 3 fire placements: Aries Moon, Leo, Leo Venus, and an Aries rising. You do you believe that? Like, bro, all that fire. We got it. You got it. You got it, JEONGWOO. You got it. Okay. So, awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's move forward. Ugh. What is YEDAM's contribution? I'm not taking questions, guys. Please reserve your questions. I have questions already. Okay, please reserve your questions. I'm not taking yours. I already have a whole list. Okay, so what is YEDAM's contribution to the dynamic with JEONGWOO? What is YEDAM's contribution to the dynamic with JEONGWOO? What is YEDAM's contribution? What is YEDAM's contribution to the dynamic with JEONGWOO, please? Oh my goodness, we already, oh gosh, it is soft as heck again. Wow. Whoa, okay, interesting. Okay. YEDAM's contribution to the dynamic with JEONGWOO. Look, we have the 4 of Wands, a sense of family, foundation, stability. So he loves being JEONGWOO's rock regardless. Okay, that's just something very natural about YEDAM in general. He has that already about him. But when it comes to JEONGWOO in particular, just him alone, there is this sense of obligation that YEDAM has towards JEONGWOO. Regardless, hold that thought though, regardless of that, he still has, this is what we call a friendly competition. Okay, the Tower card talks about how YEDAM acknowledges JEONGWOO as his brother. Okay, he does acknowledge him as his brother, but the Tower card is funny because it talks about how much that YEDAM has learned about himself because of JEONGWOO. I'm gonna hold that really importantly. This is actually very soft and very important and special about the dynamic that DAMWOO have against each other. So far, I haven't read any other dynamic yet except for QDAM, right? I haven't read any other YEDAM dynamic but QDAM, right? And at least in comparison to this one versus QDAM, YEDAM's dynamic with JEONGWOO, apparently YEDAM's learned a lot about himself and he's grown a lot as a person because of JEONGWOO. Whether it's subtle, whether it is, you know, like a slap in the face, basically YEDAM has reflected a lot on himself, on who he wants to be as a person, who he wants to be as a member, who he wants to be as an older brother kind of feel, and who he wants to be as an artist as well, with that 4 of Wands and the Tower together, okay? There's so much that he has learned in terms of himself just because of the presence of JEONGWOO in his life. So very important, very important. Wow. We also have the Ace of Wands. So it's interesting because in return, the Ace of Wands, as a contribution from YEDAM to JEONGWOO, basically he wants to return the favor. Whether he realizes this or not, subconsciously and kind of like by second nature, YEDAM wants to contribute that same like reciprocation of inspiration and reflection back to JEONGWOO. Okay, there is definitely that. Okay, so it kind of just goes back and forth. And if you were around for the treasure group reading before last year, back in October, I told you guys that YEDAM and JEONGWOO do have a soul connection. They used to be brothers in a previous life. They used to be brothers in a previous life, and it doesn't surprise me just seeing these cards, at least on Yedam's end. Again, he has that obligation because apparently they used to be related. So yeah, they keep in mind of that. Okay, this is how it's resonating into this lifetime. All right, they used to be connected before, and now that's how it's being applied into this current lifetime. Okay, they used to be related. Also, if you hadn't taken notice, out of the 12 members of Treasure, it's only Yedam and Jongwoo that share the same soul age of 7. So they're both soul age 7. It makes a lot of sense why they're like that. Sevens are about them, being applying to what they know, applying what they've learned, along their soul lives, soul journey, and then applying it into the current lifetime. So it's a lot about them being able to mold their knowledge and wisdom and mold it into something even better and transcend that into people around them. They are both, in a way, kind of inspiring and both subtle catalysts to society in a sense. So yeah, there is a very special bond that I'm seeing between Yedam and Jongwoo. Okay, let's go look at Jongwoo's end. Okay, what about Jongwoo? What is Jongwoo's contribution to the dynamic with Yedam? What is Jongwoo's contribution to the dynamic with Yedam? Oh, you kidding me? Whoa, for real? Dang. Wow, I didn't expect that one. Is that, hold on. I'm curious now because I normally don't do this, but my curiosity is up. I'm gonna ask in comparison. Is it more on Jongwoo or is it more? Who contributes this more? Does Jongwoo contribute this more, or does Junkyu contribute this energy more to Yedam? Because I'm very curious. Oh, Jongwoo contributes this more. Okay, so all right. So Jongwoo's contribution to the dynamic with Yedam. We have here the star. The star card talks about a lot of faith, a lot of hope, okay, a lot of inspiration as well. So this energy kind of just gives that whole positive light or optimism kind of deal. So remember, I just mentioned how Yedam does have his moments where how do I say this? Yedam is good about being optimistic towards other people, but when it comes to himself, he's very hard on himself. And I feel like that's a very common thing around Geminis. So yes, he is a Taurus, but he has a Gemini stellium. So he has like 3 Gemini placements. So again, Yedam, he's really good at shedding light and optimism towards others. But then when it comes to himself, sometimes it's like the complete opposite. And so in regards to Jongwoo, he's the one that fills that void. Jongwoo's contribution to Yedam is to fill that void and be like, okay, you're really good at being optimistic towards others. I need you to, be positive towards yourself too. So he becomes that. Jongwoo becomes that for Yedam. He fills in those gaps that Yedam makes towards himself with that star card. We also have the Lover's card here. The Lover's card does not have to be everyone keeps getting at me. Whenever I bring a Lover's card, people freak the heck out. No, it's not romantic. You can literally love yourself, or you can have a Lover's card in terms of friends, okay? So don't panic. I don't want to see any more comments be like, oh my God, the Lover's card. Shut with that. I'm gonna shut you down. I'm going to smack you. If I could, I'm going to astrally smack you for thinking that way. Literally, okay, this can apply to anything. This in particular is saying it's the bromance here, okay? There's a lot of love that Jongwoo has for... I will. If I could, I would smack y'all. But again, this is a bromance thing. There's so much love that JEONGWOO has for YEDAM, all right? And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So JEONGWOO talks about how he'd go the extra mile for YEDAM. Okay, he goes the extra mile for YEDAM as, and the thing is, here's JEONGWOO also has the Five of Swords. So this card talks about how not only will he go the extra mile for YEDAM, but he will literally risk it all. Five of Swords says he would risk it all for YEDAM. He might do, if you put him in a in a crazy momentum, JEONGWOO won't hesitate to do anything risky in terms, as long as it saves or as long as it protects or defends the people that he loves. It kind of reminds me of that time where, crap, which treasure map episode was it? Which one was it? Oh, I got it. So that one treasure map episode where they did the first prank. Do you remember where they had to reenact where an American or like a foreigner acted like he was stealing Treasure's phone? Remember how quick JEONGWOO was willing to run after the guy because he stole Hyunsuk's phone? Do you remember that? That's literally that energy. He would literally do anything risky just to help. That's what he'd do. That Aries moon is that's just one example. But that's how JEONGWOO acts, like on impulse. Yeah, JEONGWOO even told Hyunsuk, "It's okay, I'll do it. I'll run after him." I'm like, bro, that's dangerous. What if, like, yeah, you're lucky he's an actor, but can you imagine if he was like a real, burglar? Bro, you need to chill with that. So in that regard, for YEDAM, he'd do anything. He'd do anything for YEDAM. Okay. He really, yeah. I swear, that fire in him. Okay, moving forward. What impact does their dynamic share? What impact does their dynamic share? Or what kind of impact does the dynamic give? Wow, that card came out again, man. Ooh, we love it here. So we have the Strength card. So if you didn't know, YEDAM has a Leo rising, and apparently JEONGWOO has an Aries rising. But let's go in particular with the Leo energy. So YEDAM has a Leo rising, and then JEONGWOO has a Leo Venus. So there is something about their dynamic that shows how resilient they are together, and in spite of differences. So we have the Five of Swords again. In spite of all the differences that they may have had in the beginning, they learned to make it so purposeful. So they utilize their differences with each other to make this dynamic even stronger. Basically, it's that I learn from you, you learn from me kind of dynamic. It's not the kind of friendship or relationship where they're so similar. In fact, JEONGWOO and YEDAM have so many things that's not in common. That's where they thrive off even more. That's what makes their dynamic different, and that's what makes their bond stronger. It's from the differences. It's not from the similarities, actually. That Five of Swords says it's not because of their similarities at all. So it basically says the impact from their dynamic shares that it is possible that opposites attract. People have a hard time believing that opposites don't attract or whatever, but it's true. It can happen. Opposites definitely can happen. It's one of those, I learn from you, you learn from me, or I complete you, you complete me kind of feeling. So, yeah. So what is one thing that hasn't changed between them from the beginning and until now? The hype is cute. Okay, we have the six. Okay, we have the Six of Wands again. This is the hype that they have. They've always, again, even though they were intimidated from the beginning, they were intimidated of each other because of the fact that, they're aware of how talented each of them are. JEONGWOO acknowledges how talented YEDAM is. YEDAM acknowledges how talented JEONGWOO is. And with that, they always hyped each other up, and that's never been something that's changed ever. Okay. In fact, it just keeps growing. The hype that they have for each other, like, it's up there. It's up there. Okay, moving on to the last. What is the overall advice in order for them to grow in the future? What is DAMWOO's overall advice in order for them to grow in the future? What is the overall advice for them to grow in the future? Oh, interesting. Okay, that is okay. I see. So there is one huge thing that they do share in common. They do share this one like habit. Okay. So this shared habit between the both of them, they both have the habit of like being optimistic towards the outside, but then being hard on themselves. This is why I said that they kind of like give each other hype. They kind of fill in the cracks for each other. Now, as an overall advice, if the universe could talk to DAMWOO, they're urged to not only thrive off of each other's hype and support, but to both really learn how to be confident in themselves. So it shouldn't have to be where YEDAM should rely on JEONGWOO's hype and JEONGWOO shouldn't rely on YEDAM's hype kind of thing and support. We have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups basically shares how capable that the both of them are, whether it is individually, whether it's part of the treasure, whether it's part of a unit, right? It doesn't matter. They're both very capable and they're both talented. Here's the thing. Apparently, this is like something, this might be part of like the predictions later that I might do. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy. The Death card talks about change and transformation. So here's the thing. The two of them, their advice as just them two alone talks about how they're going to grow up really quickly. They're going to grow up. I mean, they already are, if you kind of pay attention to it. I feel like out of treasure, at least from what I can see, a few of the members out of the group, I would say that JEONGWOO and YEDAM are up there showing me very fast, rapid growth, whether it is artistically, whether it is about, their personality or whatnot. I just literally see both JEONGWOO and YEDAM up there. One of the few members up there that's been growing really fast. And I would say JEONGWOO is like number one to me. I always say that in my videos. So as an advice card, it literally talks about them appreciating their present and their current time. So because they're growing up so fast and they're transitioning really quickly, there's going to be a lot that might pile up on them, especially since they're still super young. YEDAM and JEONGWOO are at that age where things get confusing as a teenager. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. YEDAM and JEONGWOO are both at that age where things get confusing. Okay, it's normal. It happens to literally every single person. Okay, they're at that age where you need to figure things out. And it's not easy to do while you're such a well-established idol that's super talented and really focused on such a huge dream. You also have to pay attention to these certain things in your personal lives, right? Like whatever, okay? And so for them, as an advice with this Death card, it advises them that they are going to go through something very kind of reflective in a way. It's very reflective. And for them, as an advice, they just need to slow it down and appreciate as much as possible the current time. They shouldn't worry too much about the past. They shouldn't worry too much about the future either. Okay? So, babies, actual babies. Okay. Juju Koala, aren't they biological brothers in their past lives? I said that. Yes, I did. I mean, you probably just got in the chat or the live stream, but yeah, I did bring that up already. They did used to be past life brothers before. Okay. So moving forward, that is the flowchart question. Now I'm gonna go read the other list of questions I have. So one of you asked, do the two of them have any differences? If so, how do they settle it? Okay. Do the two have any differences? And if they do, how do they settle it? Does the two of them have any differences? If so, how do they settle it? Wait, no, you serious? That's funny. Okay. I guess that's what happens when you have really heavy air placements in two people. Okay. So I'm happy to hear this, but it's also really funny and cute at the same time. So I don't see any huge differences and I don't see them bumping heads about anything serious. But what is funny? Oh, sorry, hold on one second, guys. Okay, so what happened is I don't see any huge like arguments, but what I do see is when they do bump heads, it's about, I'm telling you, it's about the brainy stuff. It's about academic stuff. Who even does that? You know who does that? Air signs. Okay, again, YEDAM, the whole Gemini stellium, and then you have JEONGWOO like a whole Libra. Like, dude, look, we have we have the Two of Swords. We have Two of Swords, and then we have, oh, I'm so dead. We literally have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. These two cards talks about how they're both so smart and so willing to learn new things. But the funny thing is when they're together and talking about things that they want to learn, they kind of overlap each other about, oh, we should learn it this way, we should learn it that way. And then they have a battle about certain facts that is kind of like unrelated. You know what I mean? They're just both big brains and they're like, did you know this? And then like, yeah, them goes, no, that's not how that works. It's because this. And it's just these big brain things. You know what? Can you imagine if DAMWOO had a podcast? Can you imagine if those two had a podcast? That would be so funny. Add JUNKYU into that. That would be so dope. That would be so dope. So, oh, that's so funny. Yeah, they don't have huge differences, but in terms of them like learning and whatnot, they could go on forever is what I'm seeing. They literally can go on forever. Me and my brother are both air signs and we do this all the time. Yeah, dude, like air signs, they just banter all the time. They just banter about all that they know. One person's gonna start something. Did you like? Oh, let me give you an example. Remember in Treasure Map episode 15, the first time they did the 3 meals in a day. Remember they were arguing about real estate? Remember Yedam was like, "Oh, I want a big house," and then Jung was like, "No, it's better because to get like a flat, like a studio flat." And then they went on and off about, I literally can't with them. I can't with DAMWOO. I love it. I honestly love it. I honestly love it. Yeah, Melanie Medina. Remember when Yedam and Jonghyun debated about asparagus? Exactly. They debated about asparagus. Literally asparagus. You have a whole Gemini stellium from Yedam, and then you have an Aquarius. Okay. Again, two more air signs. Oh my gosh, the chaos. Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. I literally can't. Y'all air signs are so fun and chaotic. So funny. So funny. Next question. Yeah, the loan words, exactly. Okay, so the next question that I got from, I think one of you tweeted this to me and wanted to know, how do they work together professionally or musically? Okay. How do they work together professionally or musically? Let's go. Let's check. How do they work together professionally and musically? Nice. Oh, okay. So yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, another card, please. Cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so how do they work together professionally or musically? So we have King of Swords present. This is actually in the bottom of the deck. So this talks about how smart they are. They actually use, so most of the time when it comes to a lot of artists or music, musically inclined people in the music industry, most of them go by passion, right? Most of them go by passion or drive and like some sort of inspiration that way. However, these two, when they work together musically or professionally, they're more, again, them being fully air sign heavy. Okay, them being heavy with Mercury at least. King of Swords talks about how they do things very logically. They plan things out. They do things very detail oriented and tactfully with the King of Swords. Very, significant in the overall theme. They do have a lot of fun though. That Knight of Wands talks about how chaotic and fun it is between the both of them. So whenever they do work, they are very professional, but there is, again, because of that hype that they share and give off of each other, it's also chaotic and energetic. Logically, but still chaotic. Again, they have the Eight of Pentacles. This talks about how they learn along the way. So kind of imagine it in a sense, say, for example, if they ever are in the studio or are trying to record something or film something, whatever it is, they're learning along the way. Yes, they know they're working with what they apply and have knowledge on, but along the way they're still learning. Okay, and they kind of give off each other more information. The World card talks about how ambitious they are. So they, whenever they do work together professionally or musically, they always have the eye on the prize kind of thing. The World card talks about how much, of the bigger picture they want to achieve. They visualize it together. They imagine it together. This is why that King of Swords is here. They try their best to be very logical about the big goal here. Okay. So there we go. Moving forward. Okay, 1 second, guys. Sorry. Hold on, guys. I have a text real quick. Might be just 1 second. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. All right, moving forward. Ooh, what are some of the things that they have in common? It could be hobbies, morals, dreams, etc. Ooh, I like that question. Okay, so, all right. What are some of the things that they have in common? Whether it's hobbies, morals, dreams, values. Okay. Okay. Let's check. What are some of the things that they have in common? What are some of the things that they have in common? What are some of the things that they have in common? Let's go hobbies first. Let's go hobbies first. All right. Okay. I see. Hmm. Well, sorry. By the way, if I blank out or I space out or I get quiet, it's because I'm channeling the message and I'm either experiencing downloads or just trying to put the pieces together. I see. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So a few of the things that they both of them share in common. Um, Pressure. Okay. This is more about their morals. Okay. This is part of their morals kind of thing. So they both share the same kind of pressure on themselves. So, um, whether it's like Yedam alone or Jongwoo alone, they both share that vibe where the pressure on them about being a certain person or living up to a certain standard or living up to certain, expectations about from everyone. Okay. I feel like a lot of the other members in Treasure are much more loose and free-willed about that kind of pressure. But with Hyedam and Jongwoo in particular, they're really hard on themselves for that kind of matter. So I see that this is one thing that really also bonds them together in terms of having similarities. So Yedam and Jungwoo both share the Six of Wands in reverse. This one now partakes in how they get pressured of not, or having like that same kind of fear of not living up to one person or to certain people's expectations. There's people that have like high hopes in them, they have high standards on them. Like, oh, yeah, them should be like this. Jungwoo should be like this, etc., etc., etc. And a lot of aspects in their life. It's not just about them being an idol. It's about everything, literally, even maybe at home, at school, whatever it is. There's just too much that kind of piles onto their plate, and they have these high expectations to live up to, and sometimes they're still young and it's hard. So they have that kind of similarity within each other. Another thing that they do share though is the fact of how important people are to them. Okay, the Three of Pentacles talks about how important it is for them to network. They both love having friends. They're very sociable. They're both very sociable. Even though they do have their introverted tendencies, they do appreciate people. They appreciate their friends. They appreciate just dynamics in general. So this talks about how important it is for them to, still interact with people and have actual human, contact. You know what I mean? We're just in general, people are genetically designed to be with people. You can be as introverted as you want to be. You literally can. But at the end of the day, you are still genetically designed to be with someone. You know what I mean? We still have that nature within ourselves to have human contact and interact with people. And I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like the pandemic, I want to apply this to everybody because it's been hard. But in terms of Jongwoo and Yedam alone, it's been really hard for them, especially Yedam though. I see it more on Yedam. Yedam's been struggling about this whole pandemic and not being able to see certain people or not being able to freely do what he used to do, kind of thing. So yeah, that is one thing they do have in common. And then Another thing that they have in common, let me use an oracle to clarify. Let me use a oracle to clarify. They both. Whoa. Okay. Imagination. So very straightforward. They have very vivid imaginations and creative ideas. They have that in common. And you know what's funny? I literally just have a vision of you know how you know how Yedam does skits with Jaehyuk, Jonghwan, and Asahi. Do you remember that? I swear to you, if Jongwoo lived within that dorm, it'd be even more chaotic. Okay, it'd be even more chaotic if Jongwoo lived in that same dorm. Can you imagine? It's all a bunch of airs. Literally, if you put Jongwoo in that dorm, you literally have Jongwoo, a Libra. You have Yedam, a Gemini, and then you have Jonghwan as an Aquarius. Granted, Jaehyuk has a Gemini placement too, and Asahi has Aquarius placement as well. Can you imagine 5 air signs just doing skits? I can't. But literally, okay, imagination. This is why Jung was really good at acting. This is honestly why Jung was really good at acting. That's why Jung is pinned with Mashi. Yeah, no, I believe it. I believe it. I totally believe that is why Jungwoo is with Mashi, Jihoon, and Doyoung. Let him wanting to be with the yeah, exactly. So yeah, I that's so funny. Okay, so imagination is what they also have in common. Look, freedom. I already mentioned this, right? I told you they kind of feel very isolated too much, so they wish to have more free will again. They wish they can do more again. It hasn't been helping with this pandemic, and also like the growth of their popularity. It hasn't been the same for them. So, yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Anything else they have in common, please? Anything else? Okay. Ooh. I love that. Wait, I love that so much. Oh my god. Hold up. Wait a minute. We have I don't know why this card keeps coming up all the time, but for this one and this certain question, again, what do they have in common? We have the 5 of Swords again, but this actually spoke and said that they both are very harsh with their words if they want to be. So they're very savage with their words if you put them off that way. If you put them on edge and you give them a reason to cut you with harsh words, they will. So don't provoke Gedam or do not provoke Jongwoo. They both have that similar. This is why they bicker the way they do. This is why they bicker the way they do, because they have that in common. They literally can go on for days if they could. They literally can go on for days bandering if they could, because they have that in common. How funny is that? Okay, so don't provoke them. Don't give them reason to be savage on you. How funny. I love that. Let's see. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. What they do have in common also is about sharing each other's burdens or sharing each other's pain kind of thing. So again, this is about, applying this to them and the people that they care about. Both Yedam and Jong would go the extra mile. Like I said, they, especially on Jongwoo's end, but both of them, they would go the extra mile to help a person out. They're very sweet boys that way. They are very sweet boys that way. Okay. Next question. In what ways do they share affection towards each other? Oh, in what ways do they highly share affection towards each other? I like that question. And what ways do they highly share affection towards each other? Here's this oracle card. In what ways do they highly share their affection towards each other? Oof. Oof. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, be gosh. Another. Ooh, I like that one. I really like that one a lot. Okay. In what ways do they, bottom of the deck, loyalty. They're very loyal to you regardless. Whatever. This is very similar to Jaehyuk and Asahi. So loyalty comes about because, again, in spite of differences, in spite of differences that may come about, if not, that's great. But if it does, they still remain loyal to each other. They still are very, discerning. Okay, discernment. Another card that came out. Discernment talks about how they apply logic to their affection. So maybe in terms of, like, say, how they want to approach each other affectionately, maybe in scenario, say, YEDAM will be like, he will think to himself, oh, does JEONGWOO need a hug or does JEONGWOO need someone to talk to? He will approach that in a logical manner. He doesn't just kind of come close to you like without thinking, you know what I mean? And JEONGWOO does the same thing. JEONGWOO will think before he acts. Same thing as YEDAM. YEDAM will think before he acts. So discernment. And then if they do have their differences, they're very good. Both of them are very good about segregating the details before they jump into conclusions. That's very important. So say one person is going through something, and if, for example, you are already misinterpreting it just because of how it's already delivered, instead of doing that, JEONGWOO and YEDAM, they stop and they think about the situation first before they apply their emotion onto it. Discernment. They stop and think. For example, if it's JEONGWOO stops and thinks, it's like, why is YEDAM acting this way? Let me stop and think why it could be that way. Same thing for YEDAM. YEDAM thinks and stops, and he's like, why is JEONGWOO acting this way? And then basically they're very considerate of each other's feelings. We also have action. Okay, so again, that's why I said discernment. They think before they act. They think before they act. And when they do get that opportunity to show affection, then they're just not going to stop. There's a lot of love and affection between the both of them. Harmony. I did say that whole thing. It's like, I learn from you, you learn from me. I balance you, you balance me, kind of thing. So harmony here. They give each other way to make sure that everyone is, good and good spirits, happy, and content. You know what I mean? Anything else? Ooh. That is that air sign energy for sure, isn't it? I like that. This one's different. This one's different. So we have tolerance in reverse. What does that mean? Tolerance in reverse. It means that they're, just because they love each other so much, just because they have like a good, good amount of respect and love for each other as members or as brothers, they're not going to tolerate each other's crap if there is any. If there's any drama, or if there's anything stressful or any bad situation, tough love is actually important. You know what I mean? It's one of those, it's like, they're your best friend if they keep it real with you. Right? Right? You agree with me, right? If you know that the people you associate yourself with is genuine by how real they are. If they are mean, if they bring it up in a tough manner or in a real manner that's like a slap to your face, that they're really genuine about it. You don't sometimes you don't need people that sugarcoats everything. Sometimes it's hard to decipher when things are always sugar coated. That's not what Yedam and Jungwoo does. Okay, they don't tolerate each other's bull crap. So if someone needs to say, "Hey, you're doing this, and I'm not happy with that," or vice versa, it's gonna happen. Okay, so I relate. I'm definitely one of those kinds of friends. If I feel like you're not doing anything, if you're not doing well, if I feel like you're doing something wrong, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. I'm not going to keep saying, "Oh, you need, it's okay." You know what I mean? Don't encourage. If you really care about a person, you don't encourage or tolerate their crap. You don't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. So, okay. All right. Are air signs usually really frank? Yes. Well, it depends on the situation. Here's the thing about air signs in general. Air signs could be either really frank and blunt, or they just don't bother. But that's it. There's three options here. They either encourage you and sugarcoat things, or they tell you the harsh truth, or they just don't speak at all. But air signs will not encourage or sugarcoat it. They will either be blunt and frank with you, or they just keep quiet. They give you the silent treatment and they don't even bother. So that's the only two options there from an air sign, like heavy air placements. So they won't ever sugarcoat you. They either cut you off, or they give you the harsh truth, or they do it both. They either give you the harsh truth, then they cut you off. You know what I mean? So it depends. It really depends. Okay, moving forward, we have a few more questions on the list. Where am I? Where am I? Ooh. Okay, this one made me soft. I saw this on Twitter. Does Yedam miss going to school with JEONGWOO? And how was that like for them when they did? That's so cute. It's a cute question. I suddenly remember Yedam was teaching JEONGWOO. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. So again, does Yedam miss going to school with JEONGWOO? JEONGWOO. Why do I keep mispronouncing his name all of a sudden? Does Yedam miss going to school with JEONGWOO? How is that like for them? Okay. Does Yedam miss going to school with JEONGWOO? And how's that like for them? Oh, he does. Baby. He does. He misses. How funny. Okay, let's see. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, says he does miss it. He does miss that kind of vibe. Here's the soft part, though. So we have the Ace of Swords. So this one gave me the whole vision of where he really looked forward to that, actually. That was one of the things he actually looked forward to. He loves school, actually. Yedam likes going to school. I'm not surprised with that Gemini placement. He likes going to school. Thing is, he actually looked forward to that. He actually, had excitement to go to school and be like, yeah, JEONGWOO and I are, JEONGWOO and I are classmates, and both JEONGWOO and I are both in the same idol group kind of thing. It excited him to have that kind of energy, or that knowledge that he's this certain person at school with JEONGWOO. And there's this type of hype within him. He's like, yeah, I love it. I literally love that kind of energy. He definitely does miss it. Yeah, now it's changed. We have the death card. So the death card says, that's not happening anymore. So again, that just kind of acknowledges the reality on Yedam of how much change is happening ever since, especially with graduation. So yeah, How about Jungwoo though? Does Jungwoo miss? Yeah, I'm going to school. He does. He does. Oh, how cute. I'm dead. Okay, so Jungwoo does miss Yedam going to school with him. However, it it's not as bad as like how Yedam misses it because Jungwoo has Jonghwan, I see. But the thing is, um, it kind of changed the tables on Jungwoo. So remember, Yedam's still older than Jungwoo, right? So every time he went to school or whenever they went to school together, Jungwoo didn't really worry too much just because, you know, Yedam was like still his young kind of thing. And so now the tables have turned. Okay. The tables have turned. So now that Jungwoo's the older one, he feels obligated himself to be what Yedam was to him in school. Does that make sense? Jungwoo now is applying what he's had from Yedam at school, being like Yedam to Jonghwan. So precious, precious. That's so sweet. Soft. So by example, so Yedam led by example. Yedam took care of Jungwoo at school. Now Jungwoo's doing the same for Jonghwan. That's so why? So cute. I'm so soft. These boys. Okay, moving forward. Okay. What? Oh. Okay. So this one's interesting. Who acts more mature in their dynamic? It's an interesting question because they both share a soul age 7. So who acts more mature in their dynamic? Jungwoo or Yedam? I feel like they have that equal balance on them, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Who do you think? What do you think? Do you think they're equal or do you think one of them is more mature than the other? What do you think? You think Yedam? Equal? You think equal? Okay. You think equal. Actually, let me redo that one. I didn't ask that correctly towards my cards. Let's ask it individually. So, who acts more mature in the dynamic? Let's look for Yedam. Is it Yedam? Your cards. Is it Yedam? Oh, okay. Is it Jungwoo? Who's more mature? Oh! Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Let me look at the birth chart again. Yedam. You know what? That makes sense in a way. Actually. Huh. Okay. It's Jungwoo. Jungwoo's apparently the much more mature one. I shouldn't be surprised. It's because of the amount of astrologically, it's the amount of Gemini placements that Yedam has that kind of deflects off of like how grounded he could be. Now, don't get me wrong, Yedam's mature. Okay, don't take my words, you know, don't twist my words. Yedam is mature. I'm just saying that Jungwoo is more mature. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's interesting because what I see here from here's what I'm gonna tell you about the difference and why that is. So Yedam has the 2 of Swords. Okay. This card is specifically speaking on Yedam's energy where He has all the answers. He does. He has a very wide, broad sense of knowledge and wisdom in terms of like life and whatever. He does. Okay. However, with that Two of Swords, there's sometimes this is just on himself. Okay. He's good at shedding his knowledge and words of wisdom to people, right? I already mentioned this. But when it comes on his own, when he's by himself, there are moments that I see that Yedam may have a struggle to keep himself grounded. So out of everyone, more than JEONGWOO, Yedam's mind is much more frantic than JEONGWOO's. Yedam's mind is much more frantic than JEONGWOO's. His mind is it's very sensitive. It races a lot faster, and it's just scatterbrained a lot, actually. He just processes so much more information. And I do want to actually emphasize this to the viewers about Yedam, because a lot of people have reached out to me about how is Yedam doing? Why is Yedam hurt? Is Yedam, upset? Is he going through something? I want you to understand this about Yedam astrologically. Okay. Yedam has a lot of air sign placements, specifically Gemini. And then he also has a Pisces moon. I need you to understand this about Yedam. Yedam, he may have a lot of, because people are also complaining to me about, why is Yedam, he's also not getting enough screen time. Is it because of this? Don't jump into conclusions about Yedam. Yedam has a lot of Gemini placements, which makes him quiet, but it doesn't mean that he's going through a hard thing or a hard time. You need to understand that Gemini placements process a lot of information so much and so frequently, it's hard for them to stop. So if you ever come across Yedam feeling distant, don't take offense to that, or don't worry, or don't jump into conclusions. It's just him being distant because he needs to process information. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just him. That's just how he operates as a person, especially with his mind and his emotions. As a Gemini, you don't jump into conclusions about how they feel or how they think or how they act. Okay? And this is what I'm saying, why JEONGWOO is much more mature than Yedam, because Yedam sometimes has his tendencies to lose control, apparently. JEONGWOO is much more grounded. JEONGWOO is a lot more grounded. Okay? So I need to emphasize that with Yedam, because I have so many people that come up to me. Everyone knows that I think of Yedam as my son. Okay? I think of Yedam as my son, but don't jump into conclusions. I will tell you when it's time to worry about him, but it's definitely not a time to worry about Yedam. Okay? So JEONGWOO, much more grounded. He's much more sturdy about his thoughts and his emotions. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This talks about how he knows how to go back and forth with his emotions. He can control his emotions. Okay. I'm Gemini, but I can't relate. Well, Kathleen, you may have other heavier placements. Just because you're a Gemini, check your other placements. You may not be as Gemini as Yedam or other people. You got to check the degrees of your Gemini placements. So, but yeah. All right, moving forward. 2 more questions. Oh, okay. Oh, just 1 more question, actually. All right, ready? Prediction time. Prediction time. Are we good for predictions? I'm Gemini and I can relate so much. I know a lot of Gemini people and they feel the same way. So, are people ready for predictions? Are y'all ready for predictions? Let's go. What can we know about predictions, please. What can we find out that we can see towards the future? Oh, oh snap. Oh, oh snap. Oh snap. Okay. Okay. Dang. Oh my God. Is this really going to happen? This is the third dynamic reading we're seeing this. This is the third dynamic we're seeing this. Y'all. Was this on? This was the third reading that I'm seeing this. It was on Jongwon, and then it was on JEONGWOO, I think. And now it's in this dynamic reading. Are y'all ready for a heartbreak song? I'm seeing it again. It came up again. It literally came up again. Y'all ready for that heartbreak song? This is the third time I'm seeing it in the cards. You can't tell me it's not gonna happen. It's coming. This is the third time this is happening, guys. Look, I have the Three of Swords, but the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, something that they want to do. And then we have the Three of Swords. This talks about the energy of heartbreak. I don't know. Oh, I don't see, I swear, it's not just the unit. It's literally the whole group I'm hearing. I don't know when. Okay, it may not be the next comeback, but this is going to happen regardless of it being the next comeback or another comeback. Whenever it is, it's just going to happen. Okay, heartbreak treasure is coming. Heartbreak treasure is coming somehow, one way or another. It's going to happen. Remember how I told you specifically, especially with Jongwon, it was very specific. Oh no, it was JEONGWOO. JEONGWOO's reading was more specific in the heartbreak concept because I said that it feels like the heartbreak motive is because, you know, they don't feel good enough kind of thing. That's the concept that they were going for. And look, we have the Ace of Cups explaining this again. So it's specific once more. Ace of Cups in reverse talks about how it's a heartbreak, Three of Swords heartbreak because of, you know, feeling not worthy enough. There's a third person. There's a third party here. Okay. So, oof. Wow. Okay. Third time in a row. Well, not in a row, but it happened for the third time. Okay. Another thing that I am seeing. Do you remember the vocal trinity happening? I see it again. Vocal trinity is happening some way or another. Okay. Vocal trinity. We have YEDAM, JEONGWOO, and JEONGWOO. I still see it. I don't know when this is happening, but it's gonna happen as well. All right. Vocal trinity is coming back somehow with something. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, Joyce is in the house. Hi, Joyce. All right. Anything else? Okay. Anything else, please? Anything else? Wait, why do you keep... I just said it already. The vocal trinity is happening, right? Look, Three of Cups. Just imagine the Three of Cups. 3 people here. That's them. Oh, okay. Hi, Joyce. It's all good. Anything else for them? I see a show. I see a show with the 2 of them. Or is there more? Wait, is there more or is it just them 2? I see a show coming up. I don't know what show this is. I just had a quick flash. I just had a quick vision. I don't know what show that is. I couldn't tell. Is it just them or was that more? Whoa. There's one more person. Who is it? So there's YEDAM, JEONGWOO. Who's the third person? Can you give me a download, please? Who's the third person? You're not gonna tell me who the third person is? Why? Eh? That's a shock. Wait, I need to check the birth charts. Okay, hold on. I need to check the birth charts. Who could it be? Is it? Oh? No way. Is it? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hold on. We just need to double check. Is it what I think it is? No. Okay. Is it this other person I'm thinking of? There we go. Huh. No. So, JEONGWOO, YEDAM, Haruto. Haruto. JEONGWOO, YEDAM, Haruto. Haruto. I'm waiting for you guys to process this. Yes, Haruto. Yeah, apparently I'm seeing the three of them apply into a show. I don't know. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that because, is it a weird? It's not really a weird combination though. If you kind of think of it, you have like HAJONGWOO, Harudam, and then you have DAMWOO. Like that's not a weird combination. It's not a weird combination if you think about it. Harudam, HAJONGWOO, DAMWOO. Yeah, it's a pretty. I don't know what that show is though. I had a very quick vision, but I couldn't tell what that show was. So we'll see. Is there anything else we could predict? Anything else we could predict, please? Okay. Well, when is this gonna happen? No, you're kidding me right now. Guys, remember the concept I told you? Remember the heartbreak concept I told you? Do you remember the heartbreak concept that I told you about? It's written by YEDAM. It's gonna be produced and written by YEDAM. Again, it may not be the next comeback. I'm just saying it's a concept that's going to happen. So don't expect this to be the next comeback. Just expect it to happen point blank. It's gonna be produced and written, or both. It could be produced or written or both, but YEDAM's the main. So remember, set it and forget it. If you want this to happen as soon as possible, forget I even said this. Breathe, guys, breathe. I know, I'm freaking out. I mean, he is my son, literally, but yeah. Jan gonna beat the ish out of Honestly, truth. I will. Whoever hurts YEDAM, I will freaking I will wreck y'all. But artistically, we love a good breakup song or we love a good sad song, right? You know what? You know why I'm not surprised that Yedam can do this? You know why I'm not surprised that Yedam could write a really good sad song is because of his Pisces moon. Pisces moon, people love sad stuff. If you have a Pisces moon and you love sad things, just know. Yeah. Okay, let's look into some more. Let's look for some more things if there is. His pre-debut songs are all about heartbreak too. It's true. That is true. It's very true. Yedam has always embodied himself in the sad boy feels. So who knows? Maybe one of those heartbreak songs are gonna come up to the surface. Oh. Huh. I don't know what that is. What is that? This is not for both of them. Is it just for Yedam? Oh. I need to remove my glasses for this. I need to remove my glasses for this. This is not a DAMWOO thing. This is a YEDAM thing, apparently. It feels like a YEDAM solo reading all of a sudden, but YEDAM might drop a song. Solo. I see another EP coming out. I see another EP coming out. If it's not an EP, it's a special song part of. So kind of imagine it in a way. Say, for example, Treasure comes out with like another full album or whatever. Just imagine it in a way that Yedam has a solo song in it. If it's not a solo song, I just know that something solo. It's just him. Okay. If it's not an official solo song, just there's something that he's just gonna drop in general. Okay. Okay. It doesn't have to be official. It just could be something that Yedam's going to share, and it's just him. Okay. Is it an OST? It could be. It honestly could be. I don't know the specifics of that one, but it's possible. I'm just saying it's just a solo thing. All right. So again, anything goes. Just know that it's a solo thing from Yedam. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. What about the thing is, at first I said it's like a solo because the vision that I had looked like a music video and I saw him singing, but just because it felt like aesthetically a music video, it doesn't have to be his official solo. So it could be, you're right. You know what? People that are saying it could be an OST, you're right. It literally could be an OST. Maybe the download that I quickly just had may have been an excerpt from the OST music video because some OSTs do have that. So yeah, again, anything goes. Just know that there's something coming from Yedam. Anything else? Set it and forget it. Don't think about it, guys. Please don't talk about it. Please don't think about it if you want this to happen as soon as possible. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Wait, wait. What is that? Let me try that again. Wow, you just came out again. Okay. What? What is this? Hold on, hold on, hold on. That is a lot. Oh. Huh. Is that YEDAM and JEONGWOO? Or is that all of them? I'm so confused. 1 second, guys. What is this? Just DAMWOO? Is this just YEDAM and JEONGWOO? Or is this all of them? Is this the group? That is a lot. Sorry, guys. Wait, let me just process the downloads real quick. Okay, it's all of them. Okay, it's all of them. So, is this the... No, I was wrong because that was just for only JEONGWOO, right? Right? That time that was only JEONGWOO. Just let me double check that with you. Right. Okay. So that's separate. Okay, I thought that was like a whole different thing. Okay. So Treasure is getting another endorsement. Treasure is getting another endorsement. I thought it was only YEDAM and JEONGWOO, but it's all of Treasure. They're getting a different sponsor. And I used to think, at first, I thought, is this the same one that JEONGWOO was bringing in? But then the cards reminded me, like, no, those endorsements on JEONGWOO is literally only for JEONGWOO. This is just overall Treasure, okay? Okay, it's overall Treasure where they're having another endorsement. Apparently they already worked on it. Apparently they already have established it. They've signed papers and contracts already. Some of them are already shot for it. So yeah, I'm not gonna wait. Why did I just have another download? Is that the same one? Why did I just have another download? What is that? Is that the same one or is that a different one? There's 2 of them. Okay, 2 endorsements. 2 endorsements. One, they've already worked on it. Second one, haven't yet. They're in discussions. 2 endorsements. That's a lot of money coming in for the boys. That's a lot of money coming for the boys. Let me think. What is this? What is this already? What is this one that they already worked on? Fashion. We have the King of Wands talks about fashion. So whatever they worked on already, it's fashion related. Okay. Now, what is the second one that they haven't worked on yet? What is the one that they haven't worked on yet? Is it in what relation is this? Is that food or is that wellness? Food. Okay. Okay, so not wellness. So food. All right, you got fashion and food. You got fashion and food. Oh, some kind of food. Some kind of product you consume. Could be anything at that point. Could be a drink, could be snacks, it could be fast food joint, it could be literally anything. Yeah, you're right, could even be ice cream. You guys are funny. I don't know, but it's just food. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? Okay, repetitive card. So that's it, guys. That's all I could predict. I'm going to end this reading soon. Let's tie this up. I've already been here far too long. I've finished all the questions. But let's tie this reading with some oracle cards and see what kind of overall advice we can have for DAMWOO. 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 What overall advice? Your hard work is paying off. Okay, new moon in Capricorn for DAMWOO. Okay, they should just keep going at it. They should take care of themselves. Also, just again keep striving. What else? How much is a solo reading? We need to have a YEDAM reading again. You can check my website. It's in the description box below. So it should be, if I think of it correctly. I don't remember. I don't remember how much, but you can check my website. It's there. So anything else? Okay. Emotions are running high. So maybe the two of them are, like I did say that they've been kind of busy and stressed. So emotions are running high. So DAMWOO needs to take a chill pill a little bit. Needs to take it easy. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So whatever they're working on, it's going to be worth the wait. Okay? It's going to be worth the wait. See? So I feel like this is not just for them. This is also for treasure makers. Okay? Who is booked already? Staria of Asteria. Check my community page on this channel. Go to my main channel, go on the community tab. I already put a post. I already did a post of who I already read before. So let's see. Believe in the impossible. All right, important. Believe in the impossible. A lot of things can happen. Okay. All right, that should be it. We are done with this reading today. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Seriously, thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to the payer of this reading. Thank you very much. Yeah, it means the world to me. Again, if you want me to read another dynamic or another idol, doesn't have to be treasure. It doesn't have to be YG either. You guys can go on my website and check that out. I also have personal readings. So if you want a personal reading with me, I would love to give you that one-on-one session. Again, just check my website out if you are interested. I'm also having a sale soon, so stay tuned for information on that. I'm planning to do a sale on personal readings very soon. So yeah, just stay in tune for that. It's just going to come up. That's what I'm planning to do. It's just literally going to be a flash sale, so you don't know when it's coming. So stay tuned. Have me on notification. I will announce that. So if you've been wanting a personal reading and have been saying, oh, I can't afford a reading with you, well, be on the lookout. You're going to have a flash sale soon. So stay tuned for that. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much, guys, for hanging out. I appreciate it. This was fun. Tomorrow, we're going to try again for JEDAM. So same time, I will be reading JEONGWOO and YEDAM. Okay. All right. So get a reading. Thanks, Joyce. Yes, get a reading with me if you would like to. If you want to follow my other channel, Blue Moon Insight, please follow that. Subscribe to that. I'm on Twitter as well. But yeah, JEDAM tomorrow. JEONGWOO and YEDAM tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. I hope you guys are well. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Yes, I am transitioning this channel to Blue Moon Lounge. Thank you guys for giving me your feedback and insight. So Will you update in Blue Moon Insight for May? Yes, I will. I will. So what's coming soon on Blue Moon Insight, my other channel, I'm doing a pick a card. I asked you guys to vote what you wanted me to do for pick a card. You said you wanted me to do a pick a card reading for what do you need to hear. So that's coming very soon. Also, full moon readings are going to come also on that channel. And then another thing on that channel is going to be May monthly readings. Okay, so 3 things are coming up soon for Blue Moon Insight. So if you want to have that, make sure you're subscribed and notification is on. Okay, 3 things to look forward to on that channel. And then upload content schedule for this channel, Blue Moon Lounge, or this main channel, very soon, very soon. Okay, thank you guys so much. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Lots of things happening. So thank you guys so much for being patient. Seriously, thank you. Take care, everyone. Be safe. Bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Jason says bye.